You've got a graveyard of Mondays behind you, and every single one of them was gonna be the day that you finally started. Think about it for a second. How many times have you said it? I'll start Monday. New week, clean slate, fresh version of you. You could probably line them up in a row, all those Mondays stretching back years, and every one of them made you the same quiet promise. This is the week. This is when I lock in. And every one of them let you down because you never actually meant this Monday. You meant some Monday, a Monday that lives permanently in the future and never once shows up in the present. Let me describe the pattern back to you because you know it better than you'll admit. It's Wednesday. You're already off track for the week. You skipped the gym, you didn't touch the thing you said you'd start, and a strange little relief washes over you because now you get to ride the whole week off. I'll just restart Monday. So Thursday you don't try. Friday is basically the weekend, so that's gone too. Saturday and Sunday you're resting, which really means scrolling and telling yourself the real you shows up in 48 hours. Then Monday comes and you're tired, or something came up, or you just don't feel it. So you push it to next Monday, and the machine resets and runs again. Here's the truth you've been dodging. Monday isn't a day, it's a hiding spot. It's the most socially acceptable way in the world to do nothing while feeling like you're about to do everything. When you say, I'll start Monday, your brain gives you the exact same hit of satisfaction it would give you for actually starting. You feel productive. You feel like you have a plan, but you've moved 0 inches. You've just bought yourself permission to stay comfortable for a few more days, wrapped in the story that you're a disciplined person who simply hasn't begun yet. And that's the trap. Waiting for Monday feels responsible. It feels like planning. It's not. It's procrastination in a nicer outfit. Because the person who's actually going to change doesn't wait for a clean starting line. He starts dirty. He starts on a Wednesday afternoon, midweek, mid mess, half motivated, and he starts anyways. So let me flip the whole thing for you. You think you need the perfect start, the fresh week, the full night's sleep, the clear schedule, the right headspace. The moment when everything finally lines up. You're waiting for conditions that don't exist. There's no perfect Monday. There never has been a perfect Monday. The people you're jealous of, the ones who seem to just have it together, they didn't wait for one either. They started on a random Tuesday when they felt like garbage and did it badly and kept going anyway. Here's the rule I want burned into your head, and it's the one thing to take from this whole video. Start ugly. Start now. Start small. 3 parts, and let me break them down for you. Because every one of them kills a specific excuse you're using right now. Start ugly. You are waiting to begin until you can do it well, and that is completely backwards. The first workout is embarrassing. The first page you write is trash. The first time you try the skill, you're slow and clumsy and you want to quit. That's not a sign you're not ready. That is what ready looks like on day one. Everyone you admire was ugly at the start. The only difference is they were willing to be bad in private long enough to get good. You're not willing to be bad even for an afternoon, so you never begin. Give yourself permission to be terrible. That permission is the whole unlock. Start now. Not Monday, not tomorrow, not after this video. Now. Today, in the next hour, before the feeling fades. Because here's what you know deep down. Motivation has a shelf life measured in minutes. Right now, watching this, you feel a spark. You feel like this time is different. And if you don't convert that spark into one small action before you close this app, it's gone by dinner. The gap between I should start and I started is where your entire life has been leaking out. Close it today. Do one rep of the thing until the fire's. Do one rep of the thing while the fire's still lit. Start small. This is the part that lets you actually keep it. You don't need to overhaul your life tonight. You don't need the 5-day-a-week plan and the color-coded schedule and the total transformation. That's fantasy, and fantasy is just another way to stall. You need one thing done at a size so small you can't talk yourself out of it. 10 push-ups, one page, 15 minutes on the skill. Something so small it feels almost pointless, because a small thing done today beats a perfect plan that starts Monday every single time. Now, I already know the excuse for me in your head because I've used it myself, but I actually do work better with a fresh start. A clean week, a clean slate. It helps me stay organized, and honestly, that's fair. There's a real thing there. A fresh start does feel good, and structure does help. But be honest about what you're really doing with it. You're not using the fresh start to launch, you're using the idea of a fresh start to delay. If Mondays genuinely made you begin, you'd have begun by now, because you've had hundreds of them. The clean slate isn't your launch pad, it's your snooze button. And every time you hit it, you teach yourself one more time that starting is something that happens later, done by a future version of you, who, spoiler, has the exact same habits you have right now. That guy isn't coming. He's you plus a week of the same behavior. The only version of you that ever actually starts is the one who does it on the messy day, midweek with no clean slate in sight. I'll be honest with you, because I've lived inside this exact trap. I lost an entire summer to Monday, and I've had this whole plan. I was going to come out of those 3 months a different person. And every week I told myself it started Monday. And every Monday I found a reason. I was tired. I'd wait till the first of the month. That felt cleaner. Then the month came, and I figured I'd start fresh in the fall. I watched the whole summer drain out through a hole I kept promising to plug next week. And the thing that still gets me isn't the lost time. It's the starting. It's that starting would have taken 20 minutes. I spent 3 months avoiding a thing that was smaller than the excuse I built to avoid it. That's the cruel joke of Monday. The wait is always bigger than the task. You will spend more energy dreading it, planning it, rescheduling it than the actual thing would have ever cost you. You're carrying the weight of you're carrying the weight of it every single day. That low hum of I still haven't started, and you could set the whole thing down right now by just doing the smallest version of it. So stop measuring your life in fresh starts. The fresh start is a myth. Use the fresh start is a myth you use to stay the same. Winners don't have more Mondays than you. They have fewer because they stop needing them. They just do the thing on whatever day it happens to be, in whatever mood they're in, and at whatever size they can manage that day. Consistency isn't built on perfect weeks. It's built on refusing to write off the imperfect ones. So here's where you actually stand. Right now, today, on whatever random day this is, down one path, you close this video and tell yourself, yeah, good stuff, I'll start Monday. And you already know how that ends because you've watched it in that way 100 times. Next Monday becomes the Monday after. The task keeps sitting there, getting heavier, and a year from now, you're the same person telling yourself the same lie, wondering why nothing ever changed. Same graveyard, a few more headstones. Down the other path, you do the small, ugly thing today, right now. Don't wait for the week to reset because you finally get that week. Because you finally get that the week resetting was never the point. And a year from now, you look back and you can't even remember which random Tuesday you started on because it wasn't dramatic. It wasn't perfect. It was just the day you finally stopped waiting. You don't need a better Monday. You never did. You need to start on the ugly, inconvenient, imperfect day you're actually standing in. So pick your one small thing, make it embarrassingly easy, and do it before you feel ready. Because you're never going to feel ready. You're just going to be one more Monday older. Start ugly, start now, start small. I'll see you at the top.